Well, today's generation of leaders, creators, and public-facing professionals work in different ways. They really do, and no one knows that better than holistic business and career coach Amina Altai. And she's the go-to for progressive thinkers, for innovators, and we've got her on the show this morning. She's going to give us some insight for all of us looking to grow and be more successful when it comes to that workplace. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's so great to be with you.
Well, thank you. It's so good to have you. And you have some rules about our out of office time. I'm super curious to see what you have to say. So share how being too accessible can also be detrimental.
Yes. So boundaries when it comes to out of office time. Right now, something like 50% of Americans finish the year with unused vacation days. And a lot of us like to stay dialed in while we're on vacation as well, but it's really unproductive because on vacation, we need to reset our bodies, reset our minds. Most of us during the work week operate with something called a sleep debt or sleep deficit where we're not getting enough sleep. And when we're on vacation, there's an opportunity to catch up there. So our bodies are working better, our minds are working better. We come back, we're a lot more creative. And moreover, when we don't allow ourselves to have that full time off and we stay engaged in the work, it's really disruptive to the people that are still in the office. So really take that time off, set those boundaries seriously.
Okay, now how we show up at work physically and emotionally has changed. What are a few things that we need to know?
Well, first and foremost, there are 5 different generations in the workplace at the same time right now, which is astounding. And each generation, though not monoliths, they have different motivations, different communication styles, are shaped by different things. So one of the biggest and best things that we can do when there are so many generations in the workplace is learn to flex our style. And what I mean by that is get a sense of the person that you are collaborating with, communicating with, and what their style is, and see if you can flex elements of your own style to get closer to them so you can be better received. That's one of the biggest, most important things we can do.
Okay, see, I do agree with what you just said. And how can we be more energetic and positive in the workplace? Because I think that really impacts not just yourself, but everybody around you.
Yes. So a recent study on leadership highlighted that vigor is a really important leadership quality these days. And I take vigor to mean how do we bring forth our best energy in any given moment? And I think there's a couple of ways that we can do that. Mindset is really important and nervous system is really important. And if we're working on those two things, we can really bring forth that really great energy. And that requires daily hygiene practices. And maybe it's mindfulness, meditation, journaling, but really tuning into the stories in our head and how our nervous system is supported or not, so we can show up with that vigor.
Okay, now before I let you go, you do have 6 steps for achieving our dreams. I want you to go through those.
Yes, 6 steps. So first and foremost, it's actually naming the dream. And I know that that might sound a little obvious, but so many of us don't put pen to paper when it comes to the dream. So take some time to write out that dream. The second piece is work on your mindset. Do you believe that the dream is possible for you? Because if you don't believe that the dream is possible, that's going to impact your thoughts, it's going to impact your actions, and then it's going to impact our experiences and what actually comes to fruition. So work on the mindset too. The third piece is check in on subconscious sabotage. We all have sneaky ways that we may take ourselves out, and it's the nervous system's way of keeping us safe. It could actually be called safety restoration if we wanted to call it that. So check in on the ways that you may take yourself out in small ways from getting towards the dream. The next piece is take consistent action. A lot of us fall down on that piece, right? And it often is connected to the subconscious sabotage as well. And then observe what happens as a result of that consistent action. And then the last step is pivot the dream based on the information that you get.
Awesome steps. Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time this morning and for helping us all be better people, not just in the workplace, but in our minds as well. Thank you so much, Amina.
My absolute joy. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Okay, everybody, you can learn more from Amina Altai. Just visit her website. It's up right now, aminaaltai.com.